This video will talk about gallstones and how to manage gallstones naturally. First, we'll discuss about the risk factor for gallstone formation. The major risk factor is 4F. These F are: first is female gender, next is up to 40 years of age, third is fertile, and fourth is fat. So female gender is more susceptible to get gallstones because of estrogen, and this is seen up to 40 years of age, and the ratio is 3:1. Female to male ratio is 3:1 up to 40 years of age. And estrogen plays a significant role in gallstone formation because estrogen increases the gut permeability to endotoxins. So your liver health is affected, and thereby your gallbladder health is also affected, and this estrogen can lead to gallbladder stasis and increased risk of gallstone formation. Out of these 4F, the only modifiable risk factor is fat. So you must lose your body fat percentage gradually over a period of time, because rapid weight loss can again increase the risk of gallstone formation, because when you lose weight rapidly, it increases the supersaturation of bile because it increases the cholesterol secretion. So you must lose weight gradually over a period of time, and you must also avoid prolonged fasting, because again this can increase the cholesterol secretion in bile and can lead to supersaturation of bile and gallstone formation. I would not recommend you to lose body fat through fat diets like ketogenic diet, which can increase the risk of gallstone inside your body. Remember that the fastest way to lose body fat is the worst way for your body to lose body fat. So you must lose weight gradually over a period of time. There are other risk factors involved in gallstones formation, like increasing age, then hospital admission. So when you are given total parenteral nutrition, that can affect the motility of your gallbladder and can lead to gallstone formation. Then nerve injury like spinal cord injury can also affect the gallbladder emptying, because a healthy nervous system is very important to ensure proper motility of your gallbladder. Then pregnancy can also increase the risk of gallstone formation because of decreased bile salt secretion. So diet is very important part of prevention. So you must avoid refined sugar and trans fat, and especially recommend you to avoid palmitic acid. This is very dangerous for your gallbladder. In developed countries, cholesterol gallstones are mainly seen, whereas in developing countries like India, we see pigment gallstones. And in developing countries, the major risk factor here is contaminated food and water. So when you eat contaminated food and drink contaminated water, it increases the likelihood of infection like E. coli, then roundworms, then liver fluke. So this can affect your liver, and it can infect the bile, infected bile. So when infected bile gets stored in the gallbladder, it leads to gallbladder stasis. So it affects the motility of your gallbladder. So there is impaired gallbladder emptying, and your gallbladder cannot contract properly because it is now infected, and this over a period of time can lead to gallstone formation. And this is precipitated if your diet is lacking in omega-3, B12 and K2, and Indians are particularly more prone at these nutritional deficiencies. Omega-3, K2 hardly we are getting, and motility of your gallbladder. B12 is very important for your nervous system. So gallbladder is contracted under the influence of your nervous system, and if your diet is lacking in B12, that can affect the motility of your gallbladder. So make sure you are getting these important nutrients in your diet: omega-3, K2 and B12. And also avoid trans fat, because trans fat, they compete with omega-3 for absorption. So overconsumption of trans fat can make you deficient in omega-3 and thereby affect the motility of your gallbladder, and it can lead to impaired gallbladder emptying. In developed countries, obesity is a risk factor, and as I already said, diets are gaining a lot of popularity in developed countries. So when you lose weight rapidly, it can also increase cholesterol secretion in bile and can lead to supersaturation of bile and gallstone formation. So remember that the fastest way to lose body fat is not the healthiest way for your body to lose fat. So you want to lose weight gradually over a period of time without affecting your organs like thyroid, heart, liver, gallbladder. Now suppose you are diagnosed with gallstones. Now what you can do? So 80% of the times, 80% the cases are asymptomatic and they will not need any medical or surgical intervention. So they do not need any special attention. 10% of the times there will be complications like acute pancreatitis or empyema, pus collection in the gallbladder. So that time you need surgical or medical intervention. But the bile acids which are prescribed for gallstones have low rate of dissolution. So ursodeoxycholic acid are prescribed for dissolving gallstones, and this may take years to dissolve gallstones, and the rate of dissolution is not very good and there is high recurrence. So if you have got acute pancreatitis or complications like empyema, then you may need to remove the gallbladder. Style intervention, lifestyle, and this can play a significant role and save you a lot of money also. So what lifestyle modification? Here I already told you omega-3, K2, B12. Then soluble fiber is also very important. Is you need these two compounds to ensure proper motility of your gallbladder. So these two compounds you will get in turmeric and black pepper. So this will ensure proper motility of your gallbladder and prevent gallbladder stasis. Then if you are pregnant, that can lead to decreased bile salt secretion. So you may consult with your doctor and ask for exogenous bile salts that will ensure a healthy gallbladder. So get enough vitamin C and keep your liver healthy by getting these two, ACV and lemon. So these are also very important to keep your liver healthy. Suppose your gallbladder is removed. So what lifestyle you should follow? Now the major concern here is to protect your duodenum, because now your gallbladder is removed, the storage organ is removed, so the bile is constantly dripping from the liver into your duodenum, and this can lead to carcinoma of duodenum, which is a part of your small intestine. So to prevent carcinoma of these, what you should do is two things: eating lot of fruits, vegetables and soluble fiber, because antioxidants and soluble fibers are important in protecting your duodenum. So soluble fiber is important here. Then what you should do is small frequent meal. This is also very important. Otherwise this can affect the lining of your duodenum and can lead to carcinoma of duodenum. So once your gallbladder is removed, try to eat a healthy diet consisting of soluble fiber, fruits and vegetables, and have small frequent meals, and avoid prolonged fasting. This is also very important. Thank you.